June, an eclectic assortment of award-winning authors gathered in Paris to read from Above Ground and Voice from the Planet, two globe-trotting anthologies of living fiction published by Harvard Square Editions.
Welcome to the Village Voice for a presentation of Above the Ground.
Most of the top English language book prizes are limited by national interests. The Pulitzer Prize for fiction goes to strictly American writers, preferably ones writing about American life. The Orange Prize is limited to UK authors, and only Commonwealth country citizens are eligible for the Man Booker Prize. So you see how limited the dialogue is by nature. Right? And when I wrote this, I was fascinated by the idea of art as incantation, that cave paintings, for example, were prayers for a successful hunt, or rain dances brought rain. So I decided to put it to the test, and in my travels in the Mediterranean, I longed to encounter women who stood up for themselves and didn't accept a low place in society. So I got to thinking, what if I wrote about women who were outraged and stood up for each other? Maybe it would happen. "You have a lot to learn," he accused her. "You've never had a master before." She shrunk against the headboard, a translucent shape traveling light above the candles. And then I saw her, the white ghost of Grushenka, flushed from head to foot, afraid. Her form was vivid behind the candelabra, her eyes wide, understanding his pleasure. She watched him unbutton his pants, ready to carry off his blood-dripping virgin prey.
Well, I think we all wonder what happens next.
This is from the novel that Beverly just mentioned, Gates of Eden, which is set in the anti-war movement during the 1960s. School opened, and already restless Barry Shear launched a project to inject inspiration into his listless Texas students. The students gossiped about him in the halls. He was a communist, he was a weirdo, the guys thought he was a homo, the girls thought he was cute. On the other hand, Bronco High senior Roger Wolf looked upon Shear with curiosity.
"Do you love me?" The salad bowl hit the counter. In a moment, Conway was standing in the middle of the efficiency apartment staring at Bunny with wide, surprised eyes. "Bunny, why do you ask such a question?" "Do you love me?" Bunny repeats. "Well, of course I do, but why do you ask?" "Do you love me the way you love Fred?" Conway gasped. "Fred?" Sometimes he was drunk. She let him do what he wanted, which was usually everything. Sometimes he abused her in bed, calling her awful names and berating her in a way that increased his pleasure.
We were looking for something international. The first book is more focused on alumni from Ivy League universities to sort of set the stage and get the structure down. And the second one, we wanted to include everybody. We wanted the dialogue to be global. We didn't want to have these barriers because it had to be American or British or and so forth.
Actually, so your words are somewhat encouraging to me, because I'm expecting, I actually expect larger audiences in Europe and in Turkey and Greece than in the United States for my next book.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you liked it, but I can assure you there was no research involved. Just, yes, I see the future. I see wine and cheese in approximately 10 minutes.
Above Ground and Voice from the Planet are available on Amazon. Net proceeds from book sales go to Doctors Without Borders, a Nobel Prize-winning humanitarian organization. Au revoir.